You good? Good. All right, welcome back to the Nunez Baseball Podcast. We got two Nunez legends here today, Levi Brewster, pitcher of the year. We got Brady Sirs.
Both on the team as well.
Wait, what?
Was on the team as well.
Yeah, you are on the team.
Pitcher of the year.
You weren't pitcher of the year.
He was there.
You weren't hitter of the year, but you were
I was there.
A vital part of the program. We also, obviously, we got Coach Glenn here, our head coach, and Reggie Berger on new to the staff, former player. He was on a podcast, was that a few months ago during the season. So full cast of characters are here. Cam's in the background. We didn't have enough mics today, so we kicked him off, but he's doing great with the tech back there. But
Shout out Cam.
This is the first time having alumni on the podcast, so we're just going to kind of go through about their journey through Nunez, where they're at now, maybe some cool stories they had when they were here. But I'll let you guys introduce yourselves, tell the audience.
Me go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Well, yeah. Brady Sirs. First year was, what was that, 2021, I believe? Or no, it was COVID. It was 2020. So I started out my career at LSU Shreveport, played there for a year. Came here in 2020, played that year. I was here for that year. And then next year after, 21, right? How does that work with the years?
What do you mean?
2021 and then 22, 23, second year?
What do you mean you don't know how it works?
Yeah, so
No, I'm saying
it goes
like,
by the spring if you were here.
I was about the spring, so yeah.
The next
So
spring would have been 2021.
Yeah, so I was here 21, 22. Yep, came out of LSUS, and that's really about it.
Well, I'm Levi Brewster. I was here for 22 and 23.
Say where you're from.
So I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana.
So Natchitoches and
Yeah, I'm from Natchitoches,
North
Louisiana.
But yeah, here for 2 years and had two pretty good years.
Yep. That's it?
This is interesting.
I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say. I mean, I don't really have anything else other than I was here for 2 years and they were 2 solid years.
I got you. I don't know if Coach Glenn wants to add, what his thoughts were about these guys through the program.
When we first got Levi, he was from Shreveport. We didn't know a whole lot about him, I don't think. Alex told me he was really good. He came in and did a fairly good job. His first year, second year, really, he was ace. I can honestly say that. He was a good pitcher. Brady came in, one of my favorite guys. Everybody knows that from the last podcast. But Brady, struggled a little bit his first year, and he came on strong his second year, and he had a really good year, and he wound up at LSU, not LSU, at
Arkansas Tech.
Arkansas Tech, and now he transferred over to Louisiana College. Yeah,
bounced around a little bit.
Yeah, he bounced around. Hard to keep track.
Bounced around a little bit, but I mean, it's been great so far.
Yeah, actually, since I've been here, like when I took over, I really started managing the recruiting. Levi was kind of our first big fish. We started offering scholarships the year he came out. I want to say he was the first scholarship I ever offered. So as far as I go, coaching career, Levi will always be the first guy I ever offered a scholarship to. And he really, kind of set the tone. Our bugaboo has always been on the mound. Levi came and filled a big role for us. Every time he went out, seemed like he was throwing 5 to 7 innings and really setting up our pitching staff for the week.
I mean, even being on the offense, we had a pretty good idea if Levi was on the bump.
Right.
We had a really good chance to win that game.
And then,
Yeah, he was definitely a workhorse. He
100%.
definitely a workhorse. Gave me 7 innings every time he went out. Just about.
Definitely.
Can't recall any no less than 7 innings. But yeah, he was a workhorse. I mean, we won the majority of games he pitched. We had some other really good players on those teams, like Gee and things like that,
absolutely.
Landon LeBlanc, Harrison Boudreaux was really good. He was a little crazy, but he was good.
that was a group that we're still yet to replace. We haven't really been able to replace Levi either. So we got a good class coming in. We're definitely looking for a guy that could really, we've had good pitchers, but we haven't really had an ace that, eats up a lot of innings since Levi left. And that's really what you need.
100%.
Somebody that's going to go out, might not have every ace doesn't, everybody thinks they have to have electric stuff and they got to throw 6 different pitches. Just somebody that
In my first year, I only threw fastball slider.
It's just somebody that goes out there and gets outs and keeps you in the game.
That was
to
the
throw
thing.
95 to be an
100%.
ace.
That was the thing about playing behind Levi. I mean, he knew going in he was going to throw 86 to 88.
Yeah.
He was going to have his 2 pitches, but his 2 pitches.
Let me tell you something about that. Levi proved you could be a 2-pitch guy and be very successful
100%.
at junior college level. And if guys would figure that out and buy into that, pitches that we've had over the last couple of years, they would have been a lot better. I got guys come out with 6, 7 pitches. I'm like, what is? Just throw 2 pitches, a curveball. You throw 2 pitches, you can get over the plate, and you'd be successful at this level.
Absolutely,
you really will. You know, you don't have to throw really hard. You hit your spots. 2-pitch guy can be very successful. And Levi's a testament to that.
Absolutely, one of the main things me and him have talked about because his first year here, I kind of helped out with that recruiting process a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to play college baseball. Like in high school, we were it was very cookie cutter to where like every player kind of had to do the same thing, and if you didn't do what the coach wanted you to do, like you just really weren't gonna, your confidence wasn't gonna get built. And I was really set in stone, like, hey, I'm not gonna play college baseball. I remember Brady even texting me whenever y'all recruit, and I was just like, dude, I'm not gonna play. And
I think a little bit had to do with that. You were a little immature.
Yeah,
I think when you first got in, he was young. Away from home.
Yeah,
I struggled a little bit with that, and I think look at you now.
And like, plus everybody on the team too. Like, I don't really think there were many guys on that team that were like. I mean, probably the most would be like 2.5 hours away. I mean, I was dang near 6 hours away, and I was a big homebody guy. So
the furthest person was me, and I was 4. You still had an extra hour or 2 on me. I mean,
because I can remember many times you being in my office, when we had to talk through it and all that. Yeah. And that's what guys don't understand either. Guys get homesick.
Absolutely.
Home.
I mean, especially it doesn't matter really the distance.
You really got to be here for them.
Yeah.
People don't understand that.
I mean, he was a kid fresh out of high school. I mean,
no, absolutely. And we worked through it.
Yeah.
You wound up having a successful career and going on to play somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I
get still away from home, which is not a bad thing.
Still away, but he's not
being
as
at
far.
home too. But you got to get away to do the things you want to do. To get out in the world and be successful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's what I was talking about at first. That's when it kind of came to when me and Levi first started really getting to know each other. And it was during that summer ball when I was trying to help him get here. We talked a lot about mentality, and I mean, we played on that same summer team together in Shreveport, and he knew he only. Let me mute that real quick. I'm sorry. No, but he knew, like, going into every game he was pitching, he had those 2 pitches, and one was going to not exceed 88 miles an hour. But he had the mindset, going in there, I'm going to throw you these 2 pitches. If you can't hit the first one, well, good luck getting to the second one. And, I mean, he's still that way. He's developed a few more pitches, but he has that mentality. If you don't hit the first one, then you're out of luck for the rest of them.
Yeah, and, like, for me, I would say, like, I've always been a confident pitcher, but, I mean, y'all know, too, like, my first, like, 3 or 4 starts, like, I was giving us a chance to win, but like I wasn't anything like going crazy. It was, Southwest Tennessee. We played them, and the same dude hit like 3 jacks off of me, and I was just like, "Dadgum."
Welcome to college baseball.
Yeah, all no doubters too. But I think what did it for me was I had some success against. I want to say it was Bishop State, and then going into Delgado. I remember Coach Alex was like, this is kind of like why we brought you here to get us over this hump of not being able to like compete and beat Delgado, and then. I think I went like complete game, had 13 strikeouts or whatever. And like, I mean, I think that right there was like a testament of my confidence going up because I was telling him I had what changed it for me was Ethan Levi. He came up to me after the game and he was like, "Hey man, like you're good." And then I think hearing that, I was like, if I have somebody that's as good as that coming up to me, being like, "Hey, like you're good, like you give, you're solid," then. That kind of speaks for itself there.
That confidence,
Yeah.
Pitching against a D1 guy, and he's legit, he's an Ole Miss guy.
Not just a D1 guy, a Power 5 guy.
Yeah.
Got drafted twice. And then going back to the Southwest game, you struggled a little bit, right?
Mm.
Brady hits the home run to win the game.
Yeah.
So that's what
I think that was actually Dylan Jimenez.
Oh
yeah,
sure.
Well, we give credit. I mean, Yemi hit that walk off, but it was bottom
Hit a double or something like that.
No, I hit a grand slam.
Oh,
to
yeah.
tie.
Yeah, Yemi.
That's right. You tied.
I hit the grand slam.
Yemi hit
to tie.
2 walk-offs that weekend. I'm pretty sure.
That's right, because
Dang.
So if you think
that one was
junior college baseball is not exciting, get out to a game.
Oh,
you have grand slams to tie it and walk-offs.
Absolutely.
I think and that's what we're struggling with now. We want to get people out to the games. We still don't have the crowds that we should have.
I agree.
You got junior college baseball, really good baseball in St. Bernard. We don't get the crowds we should get. That's kind of frustrating.
It also, I mean,
some of that's my fault too. We're not getting out there enough out in the community and making sure we got schedules out there and things like that. But we're really going to work on that this year.
Community's definitely come behind a lot more. I mean, my first year we didn't have too much, but the second year we had a little bit more crowds coming out too. Chalmette.
Winning brings people out too. When you're 3-30, people are not coming.
Well, hey,
the last couple of years we've been having winning seasons. So
that second year we were talking
got people out there.
That second year we were talking about starting against Southwest. We started that season 10-0.
9-0.
9-0?
9-0.
No, we were 11-0.
Was it 11-0?
11-0, then we lost like 7 in a row.
We started. Oh, well, okay. Hold on. Right here. Or Glenn. Oh, Glenn. But yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. That's kind of the beauty of baseball. We were talking about that the grand slam and the walk off against Southwest Tennessee. Or was that what it was?
Tennessee.
I mean, you got a guy, me. You're putting me in the lineup, opening series, opening game of before that year was last year. I mean, had what 20 something at bats and really didn't record a hit. I mean, it goes to show the beauty of baseball and JUCO baseball itself, that at any time, as long as your confidence is up.
Well, you get your confidence up and you work hard, right?
Absolutely.
And good things start happening.
Yeah.
You know, discipline's a big thing. You know, when you're struggling, it's hard to get motivated to come out and do things. But if you have that discipline to stick with it and keep working, good things happen. I think a lot of guys give up. Like you could have easily given up, you know, playing 20-something games your first year. You know, and we got guys, I think, in the past, you know, they don't play that much, so they just kind of give up. They lose that discipline. They quit working, and you know they just become disgruntled.
JUCO's where you find out if you love it or not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
exactly. Well, it's a job. It's a grind.
I'm telling you.
You know, we play a 20-game fall season, and we play a 56-game spring season. It's a grind, and then you got to go to class, and you got to get in the weight room. There's all those other things to do. It's just a lot, and you figure out if you really want to play or not.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
you figure out quick.
Yeah, Reggie, I don't know if you want to add. You were teammates with these guys, so I was going to add anything like how they were as teammates.
Brutally honest, Reg.
Well,
what you got?
my first year with the fellas, I redshirted my first year when I had the chance to be teammates with these guys. So I kind of got an opportunity to sit back and look at these dudes from a different view because I'm not going into battle with them every day, as you'd say, on the field. But I get to watch Brady Sayers take at-bats from the first base coaching box, collect his gear, talk him up while he gets on first base, and get to sit in the dugout and in between innings watch Levi Brewster go about his work. And it was really special to see two guys who aren't from around here come down here and make such great contributions to the team. But, yeah, no, it was lovely being a teammate with these guys, two great guys. Their character even better than their play. But no, it was a good time. It was a good time with these guys.
I appreciate that, Ray.
Thank you.
Yeah. What do you think that the team that you guys played on, especially in the second year, you know, what did y'all have that, you know, we had the best conference record, I think. We did the best in the tournament. So what was the secret sauce to that team that you think?
Chemistry.
Yeah, chemistry 100%. I mean, plus, like, I'd say our mindset as a group, because whenever we went into the conference tournament in Baton Rouge, like, we went in there, it felt different that day in the bus, and I think everyone kind of felt it too. And, you know, we played BRCC the first game, and I think Paul started that game, and he shoved, and we put up, like, 17 runs or something like that. And then, you know, going into the Delgado game, everyone was like, they're about to get absolutely smoked. And I don't think we beat them. If we beat them, it was maybe one time. But I think we went in there knowing that we had nothing to lose and that we were the underdogs. And then, you know, our mindset was just, it was top tier. There was no beating our mindset going into that, for sure.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that we couldn't finish that tournament.
No, I mean, we 10-run ruled Delgado the second game. Then we come back the next day. It was just out of pitching. It's been the thorn on our side since we started. But going back to that team, it was probably our best team we ever had since I've been here. But I think the key to that team was Landon LeBlanc.
Absolutely.
For sure. And then I'd say leadership, too, from other guys like Colby Smith. Like, even the guys that weren't in the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
They
were
bought
still
into
in
what
the
we were
game.
selling that year for sure,
Absolutely.
the guys on the bench. Right. But going back to Landon was he was a spark plug, man.
When you got a guy that's going to hit 380 almost with 13 home runs.
And every time you needed a big hit, he hit a home run.
He was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the kid was unbelievable.
The kid's a psychopath, and I love it.
Absolutely was.
No, he's just
and he was a good
factory.
kid too. You know, he didn't give me any problems. He was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
He just came out and played. Just wanted to be on the field. You know, in the beginning of that year, if you remember, he didn't play the first 11 games or something like that. He was in the dugout going nuts. You know, and I told him we were playing Southwest. I said, just be patient. You're going to get your opportunity. When he got his opportunity, he never looked back. There's no way you could pull him out the lineup. He was that good, you know.
That was good.
By 4, you know, the kid should absolutely been playing on a D1 team somewhere for sure. That was a shame that he didn't get an opportunity to go do that, you know.
Well, yeah. I don't know if it's as simple as saying there's one guy, even though he was pivotal, and but I think a lot of it did have to do with the guys saw he wasn't playing right away, and then he worked while he waited, and he got his opportunity and made the best of it. Kind of made everybody else on the bench. You can't really say anything when that guy was on the bench. And he wasn't complaining about playing time or anything else, and then he got his opportunity, and he really carried us toward the end of the year, But
I'm not saying it was one guy. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he was a spark plug.
He was.
Every time you needed something big. I mean, you had Harrison Builder out there too. He was a leader.
That's what I'm saying.
He couldn't. Sometimes he couldn't control his tempo.
It was the perfect mix of old veteran guys that had been here through COVID and
and new guys trying to pick up.
Right.
And then we had key new guys coming in.
Yeah, had true leaders. I think you had older guys that the young guys could look up to, and they're like, man, watch these guys play, and they kind of followed suit. And I think that's what you need on these teams.
Right.
I think that's teams that win championships. They have those guys that do that. I think that the problem with that team was just the pitch, and we didn't have enough pitch. And after Levi and Paul, we didn't have much of a bullpen. Yeah. And now you can't.
Good D.
You had Brasso, not Brasso.
Jaden Brasso.
Yeah, Jaden.
Yeah, Jaden.
You had Jaden. You had Goodby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you had Jaden. Jaden threw out. Jaden was an Ironman. He'd throw as much as you'd want him to throw.
We probably had 4 solid guys, but we probably needed 8. But yeah, it was perfect. Like you had Ben Harris come in, Alex Rue come in, Colin Zerain come in, and you had the veteran older guys, Landon Manson, Brady. Levi, you were a sophomore? No, you were a freshman.
I was a freshman.
He was a freshman that year. My second year, he was a freshman.
Ben was on that team.
But, yeah.
Ben started off the year. He's hitting 400.
He was the best.
He was the best hitter in the country for a while. When I come in,
the recruiting coordinator must need a raise with that freshman.
Who was that? I forgot.
Ben Harris, Colin Zerang.
Who was the recruiting coordinator?
Alex
Was
Rue.
that Cameron? Cameron
That
wasn't
was
doing
definitely
that?
Cameron.
Probably so.
That was definitely.
That was a good
keep
class.
that up? You only gave me 1 year of that, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
We need that every year.
That was definitely a fun team.
That was a special group.
You're looking at our team this year. You look on paper, we look really good. I thought we looked really good last year, and I think we underperformed.
I think we've got complacent guys. We're starting to kind of plateau. We got to get that. This group that we're talking about was very hungry. They went Brady went through a 13-40 season. The guys right now have never went through that, and they should be hungry. We haven't won a championship yet, but they kind of take. I think
Did we have 13 wins that first year?
Yeah,
I mean, that was
the year after COVID.
Yeah, that was the narrative going
year
into
after
next
COVID,
year.
and then
I mean, we won 13 games.
Year,
and
the year of COVID hit 2020. We had a really good team. I mean, you had Ray Schindler on the bump. Yeah,
you had Rafe, you had Gee, you had Aggie.
We had some really good players.
I wasn't on that team. That was when I was
year
at
after
Ennis.
COVID.
Yeah. So I was here after COVID.
I mean, that team was really good too, and COVID cut that team short. So we don't know what that team would have did. That team was a really good team. And then the next year we kind of, we sank, and then the following year we picked it back up. And that's when, and the program's been going up ever since. Thank God.
Absolutely.
We just got to find a way to instill that hunger in these guys, and we got a lot of young guys. So, this team last year had a lot of good players. I think they might have lost that hunger and that drive.
That's something they got to find. I mean, that's not really. I don't think that's much of a coaching thing. That's something they got to find themselves.
No, yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
Well, we struggle with that, trying to figure out ways to keep guys motivated. And it keeps going back to discipline, right? Mm-hmm. If they don't want it and they're not disciplined enough to do what they got to do, it's really not a whole lot we can do. We give them all the tools, we can give them all the equipment and all the tools and the coaching we can, but if they don't buy into what you're selling and if they can't be disciplined, you're not going to win baseball games. It's as simple as that.
Motivation comes and goes, but if you got discipline, it's always there.
Definitely. For sure.
But yeah, I mean, you guys are back in Chalmette. You guys haven't been here in a long time.
It's been 3 years for me. At least.
What's the biggest thing you miss about Chalmette or St. Bernard Parish?
Wing City, 100%.
Wing City.
Wing City.
Paris Diner.
Are you a Wing City guy?
I'm not really a Wing City guy.
No.
Me and Colby would tear up some Wing City.
They had,
Where's that even at? I don't even
It's
know.
like
It's
right
on the
down
corner
there
of
about
Paris
that,
Road, Just Perez.
wherever they do like the alternating, like the close or whatever. That
They still
Right
have
there by the
Dave's.
Shell,
Is
by the
Dave
gas
still here or
station.
no? Dave's Wings.
No, they don't have Dave's
They don't have
anymore.
Dave's
that was my
now?
favorite
Oh,
wings
dude.
wings place in the past.
Dave's was the best wings, but like
I
just
want to know what y'all do if y'all had Wingstop down there.
Wingstop was down
dude,
here when I was here.
I'd still go to Wing
sure?
City.
Just opened Wingstop this year.
What was that Wingstop or that wing place right by Dave's, to the right?
I don't know.
I guess I'm tripping.
So that's what y'all miss, just wings.
The green store was good too.
Green store.
Yeah.
You did live
Green
down
store.
there.
Hey, live down the road
Yes.
for a while. Live
Yeah.
down the road for a while.
I mean, yeah, Paris Diner for me. That's for sure. That's
Paris
number
Diner,
one.
shout
But
out.
I mean,
Anything.
Living down here.
but that's what I was about to say.
Like,
living.
how was it living down here? Like the community and things like
Oh,
that.
the community's great. I mean, they support
Yeah.
literally everything that the baseball team does. I mean, you go out just wearing a Nunez baseball shirt, you're bound to talk to 5-10 people and have a good 15-minute conversation. Just, how you been, or, where you from, what brought you down here. And I loved every second of that. I mean, I go to the Winn-Dixie just to grab a carton of milk, and I'm staying there for 30, 45 minutes just talking to people because I'm wearing a Nunez baseball shirt. I mean, the support down here is crazy, and that's one thing I love about being down south is that everybody's just
Southern
Behind-
hospital. Y'all don't get that in Natchitoches?
oh, we do. I mean, everybody's good, but it's different when you're down in the parish.
Yeah.
I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk about the transition from high school to college in general. But going from a 2-year program at junior college, what do you find your most difficult things are, and maybe some pros and cons with a JUCO life compared to the 4-year ball club?
I can talk on that. You go first.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I kind of did it twice too because I went to Arkansas Tech with Brady, and I didn't get the full experience just because I had some off the field stuff going on as well. So I didn't get the full experience. But going to LSUA, it's definitely it's pretty different for sure because in the fall last year I was going in 100% because we get here in the fall and it's all right, we're throwing bullpens by the end of the week, we're inter squatting the next week, we got games in 2 weeks. I think I went to LSUA and I threw a bullpen and I threw a slider, and Coach Goat was like, "Why are you throwing a slider?" And I was like, "Why not?" And he's like, "We're not going to start throwing bullpens for another month and a half," and it's just it's much slower. For schoolwork, it's not much different, but it's just you have to. I don't know how to really describe it, but it's bigger for sure too, though. So I don't know really how to explain it. It's not a huge transition, but it's a pretty decent transition.
I know. Junior college play a 25-game fall season.
Yeah, we played LSU, and that's it. We really just inter squad the whole time.
How many weeks do y'all practice in the fall?
I don't know.
And it's later, huh?
Yeah, it's later.
I never really
like
count the weeks.
November.
Yeah, it's later for sure.
I never really count them. I just kind of play them. just until it's
I'm
kinda,
not sure.
I'm not 100% sure either. But yeah, for me, it was. So I went to Arkansas Tech right out of here, and I stayed for the fall and the spring. They're Division II program, and they're up there. We were
They're
ranked
nationally ranked
when we got
D2.
there,
Yeah.
and for me, my personal experience, I went from being one of the better guys on the team. Could swing it. My confidence was way up. You get down there, and the guy that ended up playing above me was just something that it didn't seem real. I mean, that guy would hit. His name was Keaton, and I love the guy to death. He, 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah,
It's just
huge.
there was just a big difference between some of the pitching. Some of the teams we played here in JUCO had great pitching, and they were hard to hit. But facing those guys, we played at Minute Maid opening weekend. I got to play there, and that was really cool. But some of the teams we were facing, like North Greenville, they were ranked number 1 at the time. And, those guys are throwing nothing under 90. I mean, ran out a guy who was, I think, pitcher of the year, player of the year, or something like that, running out 95. And you're like, whoa. I mean, the most we saw was what, 90, 92, 93 maybe?
Yeah, I'd say so, maybe.
Yeah.
That would have been for Delgado or something. I'm not sure. But pros of it, I mean, your work pays off. You get to a good place like that in JUCO. You're working your butt off every single day, and you're getting to go to a bigger school. You see your work pay off there. Cons, it's just you're going into even more talent. I mean, because most of the time when you're leaving a JUCO, you're going to a much better program 4-year wise.
Yeah, I think it just means a little bit more too going to a 4-year after JUCO because you only get these 2 years, and after that, if you don't really get to play your first year, then it's really kind of, in my opinion, I think it's hard to play your second year too. For a high school kid going straight into a 4-year, they're like, okay, I get 4 years. But in JUCO, you get those 2 years, and if you don't shine in those 2 years, then you're not playing anywhere else. So I think that means a lot as well.
Yeah, I tell our players, you got to put on a show, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You got 2 years to put on a show, and if you don't put on a show to show these 4-year guys that you can play that for you, you really don't get an opportunity. And I tell these guys, if you want to play D1, you got to throw in mid-90s, right? If you want to play, Division II, D2 or whatever, you might be able to throw 90, 88, 90, right? And then you go NAIA and other D3s and all that. But you get 2 years, and and I guess that's what frustrates guys, I guess, a lot when they get here. You might have some sophomores in front of you that are really good. We recruited you to come here to play, but
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't work out your first year. But like I said, then it comes in again. Discipline, work in your first year to make sure you get that opportunity to play the second year.
Mm-hmm.
And JUCO's tough too, because if you play one pitch or you pinch run, you don't get a red shirt.
Yeah.
It means you played.
You play
So
it.
you lose that whole year.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got to balance that too. I got to tell a kid, if I got a kid in front of him that's really good, man, it might behoove you not to play this year. Just kind of sit around and keep working. And it's hard for that player, So, so I guess, transitioning to a 4-year, you get that opportunity. But now it's going to get harder, right? They're only going to take 34 players.
Yeah.
So that's 3,000 less D1 players out there. So where are they going to go? They're going to go D2. They're going to come to JUCO, NAIA.
That's what I was. That was.
If your dreams to play Division I, you got to go to JUCO.
Yeah.
I guess you could transfer to NAIA
That was
or something.
the same thing with transferring out like I did to a Division II. That was also one of the cons. I went in, worked my butt off every day, did the best I could, and still didn't have that spot. The spot wasn't mine, and I didn't get much playing time. But that was just part of it. Great things still come out of it, and that's just baseball. You're gonna work your butt off sometimes, but we play a game that you're gonna fail a lot of the time in.
I think guys don't appreciate being here sometimes too. You play in college baseball, whether you want to feel or not. You what is 1% of the population that gets to play college baseball at all levels?
Yeah.
So it's pretty good.
That's probably less than that, but every time you move up a level, it's going to be all the best players from that
definitely.
previous level. That's what a lot of guys don't understand. They think, man, I was the best player on my high school team. I'm going JUCO. That means I'm going to play. Well, no, all 40 dudes that are in this locker room are the best player on their high school team. And then
best player in high school,
the
or the
guys
JUCO
that
team.
you move up to NAIA or Division II or D1, like wherever they were before that, they were if they were at a JUCO,
they
moved on
guys.
to the NAIA school, they were probably the best player on their team.
Yeah.
Or D1, same thing. They were definitely the best player on their team, whether it was high school, JUCO, or wherever they transferred from. So you got to go in and earn a spot, like you said. And,
Always.
You can't act like you're just going to go in there and play. Don't matter what. Take it from a recruiter. Don't matter what the guy told you when he was recruiting you. You got to go in there and earn a spot.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
You got anything to add, ready?
Nothing really to add on that question since we kind of touched all
Yeah,
four
we hit that
corners
one.
right there at the
We hit
square. Another question though, y'all were here for all of y'all eligibility in junior college. What's y'all favorite place about Nunez in general as a school? Not outside, just inside the school building.
Outside of baseball.
Outside of baseball. Like what you like that goes on at the school. Like what was your favorite moment, favorite time on campus?
It's a tough one.
Yeah, I like that it's just like it feels like a community. Honestly, not so like it feels like a school as well, but really like a community.
Yeah,
like
family
you get
environment.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Like you can go in there and talk to your professors and stuff, and like they're very lenient and like they're super super nice people. They always have events going on here, like the Crawfish Bowl.
That's what I was going to say. That event when they did the Crawfish
with
Bowl.
DJ Lou going out there crazy.
Oh yeah.
So,
DJ Lou playing the hits.
It's a very good close knit community for sure.
And especially my experience here at Nunez, all the professors cared about you. There wasn't one that just wasn't worried about it. If you ever had a question, I went to any of them. Even if I didn't have them as a professor, but they knew that I was on the baseball team, they were doing anything they could to help me. And that's not just because of baseball, but just who they are as people. Nunez really hires some of the best people to be professors, and the administration staff, they were always helpful. I hate scheduling classes. I don't like dealing with it, but they sat me down, just talked me through it, and they were there to help no matter what. So.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming back, and look forward to seeing y'all again. We'd like to do some more alumni stuff and get you guys, especially as you get older, get more involved with the program. But
definitely.
This was awesome. We got to do it again for sure.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for having us.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for
great
coming
to
on,
come
fellas.
back.
Want to add
Absolutely.
anything else, or are we good?
Let me just ask y'all one more
Yeah,
question.
come on, dude.
So, what do you think we need as a program, like facilities, What do you think we need to do? Yeah, playing at other programs, we do a lot. I think we do pretty well for having less than everybody else. What do you think we need to have to bring us to that next level?
I mean, I would probably say the field for sure. It's tough, like coming in, especially as a pitcher. Like coming on my visit and seeing that the field's 308 to center with 310 in the corners. It's
love it as a hitter. That's why you got some good
as a
hitters
pitcher,
on your
that's
lineup.
rough. But like, I don't know. I would say a field for sure, and then, I mean, I really don't think anything else. I feel like y'all have been doing everything pretty much the right way.
When it comes to the training and the practices, y'all do a great job with that. I mean, facility-wise, we have a great weight room in here. I mean, the only thing is really just your own field to have and go to whenever you want. Maybe like an indoor, because, you know, we use Chalmette Rain down the street to hit in the cages.
Yeah, we'll have that in the next few months, so that's exciting.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's really one of the biggest things. Just somewhere to go when it's raining, or, you know, we couldn't really go to Chalmette at any time we wanted to. But so we use Chalmette Rain. But, you know, somewhere to build our own where we don't have to pay a membership or something like that.
Yeah, and I think y'all do a good job of, like, staying on top of, like, the new stuff. Because, like, I walked into Coach Alex's office. He has, like, brand new pitch comms in there, like, all getting new jerseys every year, you know, the Rawlings sponsorships. Like, I think all that stuff it's really just the field, honestly. I think everything else y'all are doing is great. So
just keep getting those dogs.
Trying.
Keep getting the dogs. They'll get their mentality right.
We got a couple of pit bulls, I think, coming in. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Coach Reg is helping me now, so he's got to find some too.
I mean, if any of them are watching and they're wondering, you know, why should I come here? Just trust me.
I would say that's the hardest part about recruiting, right? You really don't have a chance to dive into the psychology of them. Like, you see him as a player, you like him as a player, you try to get him know him as a person, but I mean, to be honest with you, whether you talk to like their summer ball coach or the high school coach, nobody's ever going to tell you the truth, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
no, never.
Maybe if you have a good relationship with that coach, but most of the time they're just going to sell them to you. So you really don't know, you know, till you're in a foxhole with him, you really don't know what he's about.
The best thing I can tell a recruit is, I mean, they're always going to claim, you know, I want my coaches to be honest with me. Well, sometimes they're going to be brutally honest with you.
Right.
And I mean, that was the best thing that could have happened for me. How brutally honest y'all two were. Kind of still are, even when I came back. No, I'm just playing. But how brutally honest and just straightforward y'all are with your players, it's good for them. It might not seem like it at that specific time, but the honesty and how you talk to us is definitely a reason to come here.
Yeah, and I'd say for recruiters as well, like, they're going to develop here, you know, like, look at Andre Rue coming in, throwing like 88, 89, topping 95, 96. Ira Austin, like all those guys, you're going to develop 100%. And I feel like I wouldn't be the pitcher I am today if I didn't come here. I could have went to any other school and, like, you know, I would be kind of just, you know, a below average guy. But coming here, you know, I gained a lot of confidence on the mound, had good coaches behind me that believed in me. So definitely, I would say for a recruit coming here, you're going to develop and you'll be better than you were coming in, 100%.
Appreciate that. We put a
appreciate the kind
A
words.
lot of work and effort in this. For sure.
Absolutely.
So.
And since we've left, we've seen the behind the scenes. So, I mean, we know how it is. It's just, I can't stress enough how if you're a guy coming out of high school, or like for me, if you're a guy coming out of a 4-year, that this is the spot you want to be at. I'm telling you.
Right.
For sure.
Well, yeah, appreciate, like we said before, appreciate y'all coming in, and this
Absolutely.
was fun. We'll do it again for sure.
Can't wait to be back.
All right, man. Later.
Viewers, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Any business owners want to donate? Hit us up.